Jackie Sargent, the GM of Austin Energy, is retiring effective immediately. Now, Sargent faced a large amount of criticism for the utility company's response to the ice storm back in February. Senior reporter Tony Poletsky broke the news this morning, joining us now with a lot more. Tony, what else can you tell us?
Jenny, the fallout from that ice storm does in fact continue. The mayor and city council members got a 2-page memo from an assistant city manager at 8 o'clock this morning informing them of this significant news. Sargent was at the center of a public outcry after that ice storm that started February 1st and left tens of thousands in the dark and cold. The storm raised questions about both the utilities' preparedness and response. It was the biggest outage for Austin since the 2021 historic winter storm when the state's power grid nearly collapsed. But this time, those outages were much more of a local issue and helped lead to the call for ouster and the eventual firing of city manager Spencer Cronk. In a memo this morning, interim city manager Jesus Garza said, quote, Jackie has been recognized throughout her 40-year career as a visionary leader within the electric industry. Leading Austin's energy through some challenging times, Jackie has been a consummate professional throughout her tenure. Jenny, it is still very much worth noting that this comes at a time when we're seeing other leadership changes within the city of Austin. As we know, in recent weeks, the head of the Austin airport left her job, as well as an assistant city manager over public safety.
Yeah, and so, Tony, the timing of this is curious for many people. Why was the former city manager, Spencer Cronk, fired for the city's response in February to the ice storm, but Jackie Sargent allowed to retire?
So really, this is two different scenarios. With regard to city manager Spencer Cronk, you have to keep in mind that he had a contract that stipulated that he could only receive a severance, a 1-year salary severance of about $350,000 if he was fired. In this case, however, we're seeing Jackie Sargent, who did not have that kind of stipulation, making the decision to retire. Jenny, I also want to point out, with regard to this conversation, we don't know what conversations may have happened behind the scenes between Jackie Sargent and her bosses.
Do you know she was the highest paid city official at what,
$402,000.
Okay, that's a lot of money. Thank you, Tony, for joining us.
You bet.
And of course, you'll have more later on. Now, according to the city, Sargent has nearly 40 years of service in the electric utility industry. Tony just told us that. She joined Austin Energy back in 2010. She then became the general manager in 2017. Again, she was the city's highest paid employee, making a total more than $419,000 a year.